Greetings everyone, it's Ashley and today I'm at Universal Studios Hollywood. Yes, I've made the trek over to California for Fan Fest Nights. This is a brand new after-hours special ticketed event, and it basically has a bunch of interactive themed experiences to different IP like Dungeons and Dragons, Star Trek, Back to the Future. They also have character interactions and other activities over in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, as well as Super Nintendo World, and also have themed food. I'm really excited about this event. I remember when Universal announced it, I thought it sounded really fun, and then I was kind of bummed because it was in California, not in Florida, but I made the trip anyway. This is opening weekend, so this is actually the second night. The first night was Friday. I'm here on Saturday. I made a list of the things I really want to do, but I'm ready to experience as much as I can. So let's get into the park and check out Fan Fest Nights. Okay, so here we are at the entrance to Universal Studios Hollywood, and they've gotten rid of the red carpet and have rolled out the purple carpet for Fan Fest Nights. And the carpet basically is similar to the color scheme of all the banners and decorations for Fan Fest Night. It's a lot of purple, a lot of blue, turquoise, and they also have this little photo op there right at the gates that says Universal Fan Fest Nights, and it features the different IP that will have the different experiences. So I've made it into the park for Fan Fest Nights, making my way over, and we have some themed restaurants, food places here. This one is Quark's Cafe, so that's themed to Star Trek. Take a look here what's on the menu. Got some Klingon targ legs, Andorian red bat sandwich. So some food and some drink items. They have another Star Trek themed food location here. This one's a bar, 10 Forward bar. Got a bunch of different cocktails on the menu. They also have this really cool themed Star Trek photo op where you get to sit on the bridge. All right, so my first stop is going to be the Star Trek Red Alert experience, and that's because I have the early access add-on ticket, and that basically allows you to get into the event early. So the event starts at 7 o'clock, but with the early access, you can get in at 5:30. And during the early access period, there are certain experiences that are available. So Star Trek is one of them. Also, the Dungeons and Dragons experience is open, and then they also have the Jujutsu Kaisen show is available. So just something to keep in mind if you are planning to come to Fan Fest Nights. It might be worth paying the extra, I think it was like $20-something for the early access. The Star Trek Red Alert experience. Basically, the premise is that you are going on a tour of the USS Enterprise D, which is in the Starfleet Museum. And as you're going on your tour, something goes horribly wrong, there's an anomaly, and then you're ushered through different parts of the Enterprise.
Gels, bright Galilean liquid crystals, and any metagenic devices are prohibited while in the spaceport due to Federation Regulation FC-204.
We offer daily tours of some of the most celebrated Starfleet vessels. A shuttlecraft is waiting for you up ahead, fueled and ready to fly you here to the Fleet Museum and onto the Enterprise D. On behalf of Starfleet and the United Federation of Planets, we hope that your tour of the Enterprise D will inspire a future among the stars.
Approaching Federation Fleet Museum, 8 and 5.
Let's do.
Proximity alert. Unknown entity.
Unknown entity. All right, everybody remain calm. Like I said, we do have a force field here. It'll make sure that whatever this is stays out there. Elevator bridge. We have a proximity alert. Okay.
Warning. Anomaly detected in Shuttle Bay 3.
Whatever that is, has entered the ship. We're under attack. I need everybody to remain calm. Go for sick bay. Go to sick bay. Everybody follow me. It's just through these doors. It's the anomaly. I have 2 torches for you. I need you to keep them safe. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Send them in here. Everyone, come all the way into sick bay. We should have room for everyone. Good. We
should all be safe here until we figure out what's going on. That's not right.
Not the right time for them, but come in. Hurry. Everyone inside.
Move. We are in yellow alert. Go. Right here and not an inch
Wait.
further. Quickly.
Keep moving. Everyone in.
Any sense? Okay, and don't touch anything, all right?
All the way inside. Make room for everyone.
You know, a tour group really shouldn't be coming through
No
here.
matter. They are here now.
What even is this thing?
Whatever it is spreading to nearly every system on the ship.
Okay, we'll see if there's a way we can slow it down.
That is what I have been trying to do.
It's destabilizing.
You're losing magnetic containment.
We tried.
You tried.
Attention, all desks. Red alert.
Be right behind you. Let's go. We are in red alert.
Quickly, everyone with me. Let's go. Into the turbo lift. This way. This way. Okay, everyone stay together. Everyone okay over here? You guys okay? Everyone all right? Stay calm. We won't get you off this ship. Computer, trace motor room now. Let's go. We'll get you off this ship. This way.
No access. Wow, this thing is taking control of everything. Over here, a tour group. Please, enter quickly. You'll be safe here. You'll be all right. Engineering to you, there's no use. Comms are locked out. What is the entry? What do we do? They're all fine. There's a ray shield. Nothing is responding. They're completely locked out.
Translation request confirmed. Establishing comms.
What? Who's doing that?
The entity is accessing the ship's universal translator.
Stand by for incoming transmission.
Greetings. We mean you no harm. We apologize for concern. You were curious, fascinated by your kind.
There is currently no entry for this life form in the Federation database.
First contact.
Yes, we did.
Yes. Very well.
We just finished doing the Star Trek Red Alert experience, and it was pretty cool because you get to see all these different set pieces. There's live actors in there, there's special effects like lighting effects and sound effects, and they're doing a whole like performance of like getting us through this anomaly. But it was really cool. It was nice seeing all the different rooms and seeing that ship recreated. It was also cool if you're a fan of Star Trek, especially if you're a fan of Star Trek Picard. Some of the sets that we went through were actually the ones that were used to film the show. So that was a nice little extra touch there. It was a really cool experience. Didn't take too long. The wait was really short because, again, early access. But if you're a Star Trek fan and you happen to come to FanFest nights, definitely check that one out. So now I think I'm gonna head over to Dungeons & Dragons because that's the other attraction that is open during the early access, and then we'll see where the night takes me. There's the Fast and Furious coaster under construction, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. So they have a ton of themed photo ops around the park, and this one here is for Dungeons & Dragons. And they're usually like right outside or close to where the actual experience is. So we're entering the queue for Dungeons & Dragons. They have quite the switchbacks here, but I'm in the express line.
We stand as proud members of the Harpers, guardians of justice sworn to oppose dark forces. Within your Harpers grouping, 4 classes stand ready for action. Rogues, who strike from the shadows. Clerics, who wield divine flames. Fighters, who excel in battle strategy, and wizards who are book-smart spellcasters. Our journey begins at the Curious Past, a shop filled with artifacts and mystery.
Your journey begins now. Step forward, adventurers. Waterdeep is counting on you.
You are Kate, and here I am, Nondelay Star Shadow, far too patient for my own good. Only the very skilled can awaken the magic orb. This here is aligned himself with the powerful red dragon, Seagon, to remove the dragon lord barrier that prevents dragons from entering the city of Waterdeep. You, along with Rockery and Evelina, the leaders of your local harbors, must find the dragon staff and steal it back from him. They will be joining us shortly.
God can't depower the dragon staff. Of course, she stole Tiptoe's tracker.
What? He threw it out, Gat. And this juice that can wake the dead.
Oh, wake the dead juice. Like believe that. Listen up, fellow hoppers. Our bad guy Xanathar is a very vain and insecure diva.
Sounds familiar.
Frankly, they need your help. Insulting him with a vicious mockery. Smell, watch, and learn.
I need something to pry this open.
The master's work. You are a terrible, stinky fish father.
The Dragon Lord no longer protects your city. Waterdeep will burn and all of your treasure will now be mine.
If you have a better plan. Of course I have a better plan. Clarence, how about some dancing lights? Aquatic inspiration? From Edie, a world full of useless trinkets. Try to contain yourself.
Wait, the symbol's on the door. I think Xanathar's lair is nearby.
Alright, are you fighters? Let me know if you see any dangerous creatures. Edie's out behind you! Edie, not the fish!
Disintegrate! Xanathar is the rightful owner of the Dragon Staff. But don't worry, I'll make sure your deaths are quick.
Spicy! Can we do it?
Yes. I have the dragon staff here. The longest right there.
Foolish Rockery and Evelina! Did you really think you did this yourselves? It was I, Lorelei Star Shadow!
Is this thing alive?
Nothing can stop me now! Welcome to the cult of the dragon!
We did it! Mission accomplished! Edie has friends. I'm speechless. Well, we found the dragon staff. We found the wand of lightning bolts. You head off to the first floor tavern. We'll take care of everything from here. So long, fellow hoppers, right this way.
So I'm making my way back up to the upper lot to do Back to the Future. Just finished doing Dungeons and Dragons. It was a cool experience, similar to Star Trek, where you go through different rooms that have, theming and decor and, the live actors and special effects. What was really cool about this one is, well, there's a ton of detail in all of the rooms. So much so that I really couldn't see all of it because, you kind of ushered in and then the story kind of unfolds in front of you. So you don't really have time to just explore the rooms, which I would have loved. Because some of them had all these little trinkets and books and gold coins and treasures and things. Some of it was hard to see, but what I did appreciate about the Dungeons and Dragons experience is that the live actors most of the time were standing on some kind of platform, so you could at least see them above the crowd, especially if you're a short person, as they were doing their thing. So that was nice. And then also the highlight of the Dungeons and Dragons experience was the large Xanathar, which I believe Universal worked with Jim Henson workshop to make that, and it was really cool, and they had some special effects with it as well. So anyway, that was a cool experience. So now on my way to Back to the Future. I've been looking forward to this one, highly anticipated, so let's go.
Welcome to Back to the Future Destination Hill Valley.
I'm just waiting in the queue to catch a tram to Back to the Future, Destination Hill Valley.
The day Dr. Emmett Brown discovered time travel. And who better to introduce us than the man himself? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Doc Brown!
Great Scott! You're just in time! I'm Dr. Emmett Brown, and you're about to witness one of the most important days in scientific history. The day I discovered time travel. You won't even notice the time jump. One moment you're here, and the next, bam, Destination Hill Valley, 1955. Keep your eyes open. Observe everything. Interact with the locals. And most importantly, have fun. Time travel is a very rare privilege, so make the most of it.
So here we are at Back to the Future, Destination Hill Valley. We've traveled back in time to 1955. We're going to be walking through the courthouse square. They've got it set up. It's the night of the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. They've got roaming characters like Marty McFly. They've got photo ops right when you first walk in. There's 2 photo ops for Lion Estates. They also have vintage cars. And like I said, roaming characters and things like that. So let's walk around and see what we can find. Welcome to Hill Valley, California. I have this sign here for re-elect Mayor Red Thomas. Honesty, decency, integrity. You have all these little shops decorated here. Hill Valley Stationers, the barbershop. Check out these listings here on this window for the houses sold. Look at the prices. $9,550 for a house. $8,595. They have this photo up here where it's recreated the flames when Marty gets sent back. And they even have the license plate there that says "out of time," spinning. Really cool effect. They also have a photo op with the DeLorean and Einstein. And in the backdrop has a bunch of clocks like in Doc's workshop. That was probably the longest line of the night. I made sure I got my photo with Einstein. Occasionally they'll have a recreation of the clock tower being struck by lightning, and they'll have scenes from the movie projected onto the courthouse.
That's where you start from. I'm calculating the precise distance, taking into account the acceleration speed and wind resistance crash collected from the moment the lightning strikes, which will be exactly 7 minutes and 22 seconds. When this alarm goes off, you hit the gas. You'll be fine.
Time circuits on, flux capacitor.
So the Back to the Future experience has probably been my best experience tonight, just because there's so much to do. It's not just because I'm a Back to the Future fan, it's just because there's so many things to see and do in this area. You know, they have the roaming characters and they interact with you, and then they also have different moments throughout the night where they recreate things from the movie. And then they have the moment over by the clock tower, and so again, it's just kind of like there's something happening all the time in this area. So yeah, this has been a really great experience. You can literally spend hours in this area just trying to do everything and see everything. So I decided to head to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter because I wanted to see if I could find some magical creatures.
Not a very good cat.
That one.
This
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for me, a person who's literally just met this for the first time in your life and is feeling very overwhelmed?
Oh, nice.
They also have Hogwarts Always playing in the evenings. So if you haven't seen that show, you can head over to this area and watch it during Fan Fest nights. It's right here, right? Now heading into Super Nintendo World to see if I can find Yoshi, or one of the Yoshis, because they have multiple Yoshis that you can meet here. So hopefully I can find at least one of them. So there's one of the Yoshis for the meet and greet.
5 different Yoshi eggs hidden around the land. If you find one, there's going to be someone dressed as us with a different sticker. Once you complete all 5 stickers, you get your golden medallion, and you head upstairs for one of our special meet and greets with one of the Yoshi characters, okay?
Okay, so I'm Team Pink because I'm wearing pink. So I'm doing the pink Yoshi. Let's see if I can find them all. Okay, I spotted my first Yoshi egg right there, and it's a pink one. All right, I got one sticker. You have to go by some of these clues here. Like this one, it says where 2 bros pose. So obviously that's where Mario and Luigi pose. And there's another egg. Kind of see it up there, but there's a red Yoshi egg up there. And there's a blue egg.
I think I saw the pigment drawer earlier.
Tucked away in the corner here. So I found all the eggs. So now I'm heading over to get my golden medallion and then meet Pink Yoshi. All right, everyone, that's going to be a wrap for me here at Fan Fest Nights. I had a really great time with this event. I didn't do everything, but I did most of the things that I really wanted to do. The highlight for me was the Back to the Future experience. That was the best thing offered at this event. Again, I already said this earlier, but it was because they had so many different things going on in that area. I also really enjoyed the Star Trek experience. That was fun. Again, as a fan of Star Trek, I really liked what they did with that. I didn't mention this earlier. I saw so many people cosplaying, and it was great. There's so many Marty McFlys. It tells you like there's a big Back to the Future fandom here tonight. I didn't even get to the One Piece experiences. They had like fan zones and character meet and greets. I walked past them, but I didn't like experience them. To be fair, I am not a big fan of like anime, so I didn't prioritize those. I had fun doing the Yoshi egg hunt over in Super Nintendo World. I got tripped up on one of the eggs, so it took me longer to find all the eggs than I had anticipated. And then the wait for the Yoshi character, the pink Yoshi, was very, very long. That was really long. Thankfully, that was the last thing I was doing for the night. But if you are planning on, you know, trying to see Yoshi, like the special Yoshis, like pink Yoshi and blue Yoshi, I would say prioritize those earlier in the day so that you're not waiting in a really long line, because otherwise you'll just be standing in line and you'll miss all the other stuff that you could be doing. This is my first FanFest nights because it's the first time they've had this event, so I was learning as I went along. But I will say I am happy that I got the early access add-on, because it made things so much easier for me, and I was able to get through a lot of stuff because of it. Like, I started at 5:30, I was able to knock out the Star Trek experience, Dungeons & Dragons, and then go over and do Back to the Future, and then be able to roam around and stuff. I didn't eat any food, but thankfully I ate before I came over here, just because I was worried about like lines for the food, and I know you can do mobile ordering, but I was still worried about that. Thankfully, I did eat before I came, because the food lines and the character meet and greet lines were the longest lines I saw tonight. The attractions, like the attractions and the experiences, I didn't see really, really long lines, waits for those. It was the food and the characters. So keep that in mind too if you are planning on coming. But anyway, I had a blast. I would really love for Universal to do this event again. I would really love if they would do it and bring it over to Orlando, make it easier for me and the people over in Orlando who are fandoms. And I would love to see them do different IP. I don't know what they would do. Maybe Jaws? I'd love to see Jaws or something like that. But I thought they did a really good job with this event. I had fun. It was a blast. And I'm glad I came out and did it. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to the channel and keep up with all the other videos that I'm posting in and around the parks. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.